There's an AI skill that you can learn in 30 minutes and you could be selling it by tonight. And I'm going to show it to you today in this video. Now, AI is moving at the speed of light. We have never seen anything like this before. And let me tell you, it is not a fad. Please do not believe that this is just some trend that is around and then it's like, certain things that we've learned about the last few years and it goes away. There is more money being spent on the infrastructure of AI than anything in history. And that is where you know that it is here to stay because everyone is spending that money to prepare for what is going to be the next few decades of extreme change in the world. Now, you can try to compete with AI, you can try to ignore AI, but neither of those things is going to have you in the winning position. And I want to help you get in the winning position. Say that right now in the comments. Say, I want to win. I want to win. Let me know that you're here for this video. I'm going to teach you something that's going to help you. And it's going to help you quickly. Okay, so what we used to do with AI and what some of us still do is we would ask a question almost like it was a Google, right? We would ask ChatGPT or even Claude a question and it would give us an answer. Now what AI does is you assign it a task and it works for you for hours. And what it works on, it completes things that would have taken days to complete. And what's going to happen over the next 12 to 18 months is that that is even going to get faster. So you could have AI working on something for an hour and doing something that may have taken months or even longer to complete. And that's going to get better and more improved. AI is going to continue to collaborate with other AI and it's going to improve itself. This is real. There's multiple studies that are being done right now. Multiple people are watchdogs watching this, and it's happening faster than anybody expected. And it's happening in a way that even the people who are at the top of the food chain, the people who are running this AI, are surprised by. So we moved from digital search engine to digital employee. That's what an AI is. The AI is your employee. Now, yes, we need to talk about the job loss that is happening right now, and it's happening also faster than we thought. So we need to get ourselves in a position where we are not negatively affected by that. Okay? That's what this is about. So, if you were used to be that you'd have to be like someone who could write code or you could do all kinds of research, that is now being done by AI. And because that infrastructure is there, a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are being crushed by this. And especially people who are doing basic coding, who are starting SaaS programs. And SaaS means software as a service. So a lot of the things that we use on a day-to-day basis is SaaS. And if they have it very simple SaaS, and they were like betting the farm on that, become obsolete. They're becoming obsolete. Also, writing is, if you're letting AI take over, is becoming obsolete. But here's what we can do. So if your value is simply in executing, like just doing stuff, then your value is actually shrinking as AI grows. But if your value is in direction, overseeing, and having taste, and making decisions. So let's say that again, directing things, oversight, having taste and like having opinion and and having making decisions, then you are going to win. Okay? So don't compete with AI when it comes to labor. Make AI a labor multiplier. So you essentially are going to sit or stand or walk in one place, and you're going to deploy AI to work for you. So there are three types of people when it comes to AI. There are people who ignore it, there are people who are using it casually, and then there are people who are deploying AI strategically. Which one are you right now? Let me know in the comments right now. Are you someone who is ignoring AI? And it's okay to say that because we can change that. Are you someone who is using it casually? Or are you someone who is strategically deploying AI? And where do you feel if you might be between one of two of those? Let me know in the comments and make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can not miss any of these videos because I'm going to be talking about AI and I'm going to be talking about leverage with AI on this channel over the next few days. You're going to see a lot more about this. So only that third group is going to win. And that's just the way it is. I don't want to scare you. I'm just kind of trying to warn you ahead of time that only the people who are strategically using AI are going to win in this AI war, or even you could call it a bloodbath. Okay? So the next 12 to 18 months are a window. And if you are an early adopter like we are right now, then you will be able to compound your impact and compound your income. Say, compound my impact and my income. Let me know in the chat. If you're late, then you have to play catch up the entire time this is happening, and it's going to get further and further and further away from you. And if you are not even trying to adopt this, you're going to struggle. And if you say, well, I'm over a certain age or I don't really find myself to be techie, that's the cool part is that you can learn this calmly and slowly, like not slowly, but calmly. And you can learn it at your pace and you can still catch up. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on this. Please write this down if you haven't been taking notes. I want you to build one new income stream using AI this year. One new income stream using AI this year. And I want you to automate parts of your business, parts of your workflow, parts of what you do on a day-to-day basis. I want you to start automating it. Doesn't mean all of this has to happen immediately, but this is a foundation to that 30-minute skill. I want you to use AI to scale your content. Now, you can have, we know that content is king or queen, and we know that having content and getting it in front of a lot of people is incredibly helpful and incredibly impactful. And there are ways now that you can even compound that. I'll tell you one quick way so you can have a visual of this. So this video I'm making for YouTube, it'll be what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes? I can put it into something called Opus Clip, and Opus Clip will turn it into 10 to 20 short 60-second clips. And then I can post that as a short on YouTube so different people will see it and come back to the longer version. I can post it on Instagram. I can post it on LinkedIn, Threads, TikTok. I can take one setting, like sitting, I'm here for 30 minutes, and I can turn that into a week or a month's worth of content if I want to. That is through the power of AI. You can use AI to test things faster, test your offers, test things. I just did this yesterday, okay, where I have this operating suite. So OS, the system. And I have a suite of them, which means I have several. I have one for Lovable, AI agent. I have one for YouTube, etc. I just launched two yesterday. And everybody who has my 360 pass gets it included. So they got a bonus thing yesterday. And then you can join that to get it, or you can buy them individually on my Stand store. And inside of both of them, one of them is called the Sales Flywheel OS, and the other one is called First Dollar OS to help you make your first dollar online. Inside of both of them is a sales simulator. They're a little bit different depending on which one you're using. And there's a sales simulator in them. Now, both of these, one of them has 10 AI products in it, and the other one has 6 AI tools. So they're all AI enabled, both of these OSs, these operating systems, to help you with sales, to help you get your first dollar. But there's a simulator because AI can help you test things. So what you do is when you join this, you type in as if you're DMing someone who is interested in your offer or someone you want to make interested in your offer. And it acts like a person who's going to give you a little bit of feedback of like, oh, I don't know if I can afford that right now, or I don't know if this is right for me. And it talks you through it. Incredibly invaluable. And that's just one thing you can do with AI. And think about the creativity there. I had the idea for these OSs, these two specifically. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just carve out a couple of hours on Wednesday morning and I'm going to do it. And I did it and I was able to build them the foundation. So these are things that you can do, okay? And you're going to use AI to save money. Yes, there are a lot of layoffs that are happening, and that is its own video that I can make an entire video about. Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about layoffs in AI. But one of the things on the flip side of that is that it helps you save money on overhead. It helps you save money on the 3 or 4 people you might have had to hire in order to compete 2 years ago or even 1 year ago. So when I say to you, the 30-minute skill, and I don't mean you need to start an AI startup. Please don't think that. I don't mean that you need to become a coder or build a robot. I mean something much, much more simple. Much, much more simple. So, an idea that you could do is you could create an AI powered done for you service or services. This is your fastest path to cash. It's also the simplest. So, let me know in the comments or just say to yourself, you already have expertise in which of these: marketing, HR, operations, legal, finance, retail, customer service, coaching, fitness, parenting, leadership of any kind. Okay. So what AI is going to help you do is deliver any of those things I just listed to you 5 to 10 times faster to the customer. It's going to help you produce better results for them because you're going to have better deliverables, better things that you're giving them and providing for them. And it's going to reduce all of your prep time and your delivery time dramatically. So instead of saying like, I help small businesses with marketing, you could turn that into, I build your 90-day AI powered marketing engine in 14 days. I'll say it again. And if any of this, if you're not catching any of this, just pause it, rewind, and just, take notes. So instead of saying something like, I help small businesses with marketing, which is what we would used to say, you now can say, I'm going to build your 90-day AI powered marketing engine in 14 days. So you use AI in that case to generate those campaign ideas for the marketing, write the emails, draft landing pages, create content calendars, analyze competitors, and refine the messaging. You could charge $1,000 to $5,000 per project. This is a new income stream. You didn't have to learn how to code. You just needed to learn how to orchestrate. And you can do this through ChatGPT. Yes, also Claude. Claude is really creeping up on ChatGPT, and in a lot of cases, it's doing a better job than ChatGPT. Now, both of these have a free version. ChatGPT and Claude have a free version where you can go in and you can ask it questions and say, look, I just took these notes. I want to build out. I have 30 minutes and I want you to teach me how to do this. And it'll teach you step by step. But what I have learned recently, and I just didn't realize this, so I want to make sure you know it. If you're ready to hear what I just learned, and if you're interested in it, I want you to say the code word mindset, because it's on my board here. Mindset, MINDSET. What is it, right? Is that the free versions of Claude and ChatGPT, in most cases, are something like a year-old versions. So when you get the free versions of AI, you're getting robust versions. And in some cases, you're getting the latest models, but you're getting an old version of it. So a lot of times when people are like, AI isn't all that, it's not doing that much for me, it's not that helpful, it's not giving me great answers or doing great tasks for me, it may be because you're using a free version. And so if something costs $20, I know right now there's some people who cannot afford that right now, but if you can, you should. If you cannot, you should find a way to be able to afford it because it's going to give you that much more leverage. And how important is leverage? How important is that? Knowledge is important, and then leverage is even more important. So both of those together, unstoppable. Now, that was one example. I'm going to give you another example. I'm going to over deliver here because I want you to have no excuses. So if you take AI, and speaking of knowledge, you take AI and knowledge and add them together, you can have premium consulting because AI is not going to it completely eradicate the need for consultants. It's just you're going to have your own special flavor. And what it's going to do is it's going to start to peel off people who are slow consultants, people who are slow coaches, who are not staying up on their game. You could take 30 minutes today, right now, right after this video, and study one topic through AI. Have the AI platform pop on a YouTube video about a certain topic in your lane and get so much more informed about it. If someone has 10 plus years of corporate experience or a niche expertise or is really good at pattern recognition, which is something that I'm good at, and if you don't know what any of this means, look it up, please. Then AI will make you faster at that analysis, better at synthesizing it, and more strategic. So I hope that by now we're understanding how important AI is. So you could be a former corporate operations executive, which a lot of people who watch my channel are, and AI will help you audit a business, like go into a business and say, this, I took a look at this for 2 hours. I did a diagnostic. I did everything I could. And in the meantime, you're behind the scenes doing all of this with AI, with the help of AI. You're there making decisions and having taste and opinion. AI is helping you with the deep research. There's a deep research function on ChatGPT and on Claude, especially if you have the paid version that will just give you amazing results. Meanwhile, you're doing all these things, and then you're coming back and you're saying, hey, I spent a couple of hours, I spent the day or a couple of weeks looking through your business. And here are 3 ways that you can save money and earn more money. Here are 3 ways that you can have better retention for your 20 employees. Here are 3 ways that AI can be plugged into your company to make your automations even better. You see what I'm saying? Like you're going to learn something because AI is going to make you Iron Man. You can analyze bottlenecks. You can create standard operating procedures, SOPs. You can model scenarios and build executive execution plans. You can do so much and package that as something called AI enhanced strategy. This is like stuff people will pay $3,000 to $10,000. Imagine a company is making 300,000 a year and they want to make 500,000 a year. These companies exist in the thousands, right? They're making 25K a month. Maybe it's one, two, five people, maybe one, two, three people, right? They're making 25K a month and they want to make 40K or 50K a month. Inside of my inner circle, there was a woman named Liz who was making 15,000 with her small business. She came into my inner circle and in 8 months I helped her get to 40,000 a month, right? So this happens all the time. Aren't they going to be willing to listen to you if you can build out something that will help them go from the 25 to the 40, 15K per month? Wouldn't they be willing to pay 5K one time or 2,000 per month? This adds up. This is like you have two or 3 clients that pay you $2,000 a month to be their AI enhancer, and you have your entire salary replaced. So you're not going to go around selling AI. You're not going to go around selling and trying to convince people. What you're going to do is you're going to sell the outcomes. You're leveraged by AI, right? You're not going to tell people, oh, like when you go to the doctor's office and you're in pain and the doctor comes in and says, okay, here, I have a prescription for you, and I'm gonna suggest that we do some uh, you know, PT, something that'll help you. You're not physical therapy. You're not gonna say, well, tell me everything that's in the medicine, unless of course you have allergies and stuff like that. But you're not going to say, okay, tell me what's in the medicine. Tell me, did my physical therapist go to XYZ school? Tell me what scrubs they're wearing. What scrubs are they wearing? I want to know what color it is and what the material is made of. You're not going to ask those questions. You're going to ask the questions that are pertaining to what you need, your outcome. You're going to say, okay, how often do I take this medicine? How is it supposed to help me? Does it interact with my other medicines? Things like that. So when you're selling the outcomes of AI, you're going to tell someone, look, I can build out automations that put this on autopilot, put your customer service chat on autopilot. It creates content for you, or helps you leverage content. You're not going to necessarily have to take them through school of every single piece of how it works, because you are going to be that person who helps them implement it. And this is something that you can go in, spend 20, 30 minutes on ChatGPT or Claude, take some of the information I've given you and ask it to embellish, ask it to deep dive, and you've got your answer. You could also build a micro digital product using AI. So if you already have experience, stories, if you're a great storyteller, if you have frameworks, if you have opinions, I know y'all have opinions because y'all leave comments for me all day. You let me know your opinions. If you have any of those, I'm going to read it to you again. Experience, stories, frameworks, or opinions. Then AI will help you turn your ideas into structured products. So you could build a workbook. Now, people are trying to do ebooks a lot. I see a lot of ebooks. Let me try to tell you without hurting your feelings. Most people are not going to sit through an ebook right now. It's just not something that is selling or is really interesting, even as a lead magnet to people right now. But they'll take a workbook, they'll take something that is interactive, they'll take a lovable page that they got to flip through or click through or do a quiz on, and you do this 15-question quiz, and then it gives you an output based on all these different inputs. That is something people are willing to do. Whether you're selling that or you're using it as a lead magnet that's free in exchange for their email address or the ability to advertise to them. Because you may not even need to get their email address. You may just put a banner up on that page, and 1 out of 20 people clicks on it to your paid offer. You could do courses with it. People are still doing courses, regardless of what most people say. People are still taking courses, but they're not taking super long courses unless that super long course is incorporated with community and is incorporated with some sort of live component, some sort of live cohort. That is when a long course actually still works. So I know someone who just did a YouTube course cohort. It was live for 6 weeks, $1,500 per person. And they had on-demand information, and then twice a week they met. One was for training, one was for kind of more Q&A, and it was live and engaging, and that's what people are willing to pay for. But if it was just the live, they wouldn't have that off day, sort of 5 other days a week, where they could actually continue learning and implementing throughout the week. So they worked really well hand in hand. And what does AI help you do? Build all of the outline for that course and for that cohort, tell your exact schedule for those 6 weeks, put together workbooks, all of the takeaways from your calls. Like when I do a call inside of Your First 5K, which is free, you can just go to the link below. When I do a call for anything in your first 5K, especially in my 360 upgrade, I will do takeaways because sometimes people can't sit and watch a 90-minute replay. Sometimes they do. They love having the option. And sometimes they use both the replay and the takeaways as cliff notes. AI helps with all of that. AI does that. It can create templates that you can give to other people. It can build assessments. Imagine you have a 8 to 12 person cohort in a 6 week or whatever amount of time. Six is a good number. And at the beginning, you give them an assessment of where they are with their dot dot dot, whatever your lane is, and at the end, you give them an assessment. You compare, and you save it on your AI. To do that, you need to pay, right? But if you're getting paid hundreds of dollars, even thousands of dollars, spring for the $20 ChatGPT account. So instead of like, I think I can teach you something, AI is helping you outline the course, outline the cohort if you choose to use that, draft your lessons, build your slides. I just built slides for a video on Claude. It asked me how many pages I wanted. I was like, I want 10, wanted to see it simple. It built me a 10-page slide deck in like 45 seconds, maybe a minute. Whereas before I was like, how do I do this? And I have to go on Canva and I have to use typeset and I have to do these different things. And I was grateful for those options, but it was a lot to figure out and it was a lot. So now if I can just do that, I can focus on the other things that give me more leverage, right? It also helps you write email funnels. Remember I talked to you about the OSs that I have. So I have all these AI deliverables. And one of them is Stan OS that comes with the 360 inside of your first 5K. It's called Stan OS and it helps you with your Stan store. And it has an entire section that will write your email nurture, your email follow-ups after someone purchases or gets your lead magnet. Now, if you have something like this, you could charge a few hundred, you could charge a few thousand, depending on like how exclusive it is. If you have this and you just use it just for a mini course, not for the cohort. I have this on my stand store right now. You could see it live. I have $99 mini courses, $99 OSs, $99 mini digital products. And let me tell you, there's a reason that I made $106,000 in January 2026. Most of it was through these smaller amounts. They rival the bigger amounts that I have because I have all kinds of numbers. There's a huge opportunity in AI automation as a service. So, as I said before, most businesses, small businesses, have no idea how to use AI properly. And you can figure this out by the conversations you have with people. Have you ever talked to somebody? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever talked to somebody and they know less about AI than you do, and you're surprised by that because they may have a company or they may have a really great job or something, or they may be your boss or your coworker, and you're like, oh, you don't know about this. That's interesting. You're not making fun of them. You're just surprised because you think what you know, everybody knows. It's just not the case. You are what is considered an early adopter. And the reason I know that is because you're watching this video and you watch my videos. Early adopters are people who are on YouTube looking at things, and 6 months later, their friends find out about it and hear about it. You are an early adopter. Type early adopter in the comments if you're still with me. Okay. So you could be someone who learns how to set up AI workflows, learns how to automate client onboarding, automate content creation, automate reporting. You could create custom GPTs like I have. I have an offer GPT that everybody inside of your first 5K has been raving about because you get that free when you join and the link below. And I have it and I built it because I didn't know how to do it. So I studied for a few minutes And then I learned how to do it and then I did it.